Good morning. So, how about the 5 keys to living your best life to end this week? Well, I know it's only Thursday, but as we move to the weekend, happy 4th of July. And I was going to come on here and talk to you about Independence Day and what does that mean. So, I'm going to post to you a real quick question about that and then move forward with Tony Robbins' 5 keys to living your best life. So, my question about Independence Day is, what does that mean to you now? What does Independence Day mean to you? Every holiday for the dojo in my martial arts school, I ask my students how they celebrate that holiday and why. Every holiday. And it brings up some interesting answers. I love to hear traditions. I love to hear other families' reasons for doing what they do, whether they started a new tradition in their own little family or if they've been doing the same thing for generations. Same thing for you. I'd like to know, what does Independence Day mean to you and how do you celebrate it? I can remember when I was a kid and I wasn't going to talk about this. So I will come back on and do another video about this closer to the 4th of July. Today, Tony Robbins, 5 keys to living your best life. Now, I wrote these down so I didn't mix them up because I don't want to do him any injustice or I want to make sure he got correct credit for this. But I live these every day. And I'll tell you why you hear the same ideas from me over and over. Repetition is the mother of skill. When you hear things over and over and over, and I'm not just talking about listening to junk or listening to crap. Lord knows there's a ton of that in the media today. I'm talking about when you're learning something and you hear it and you listen to it and you seek it out. I'm going to talk about that in one of the 5 keys. When you seek it out to know something and you hear it or see it or do it over and over and over, it starts to change. It starts to morph. And pretty soon you're not hearing the same old words, I guess would be what I'm looking for. You're hearing new ideas. You're hearing new motivational processes. Even if it's the same thing over and over and over, when you're ready to learn something, it's different when you absorb things than when you just listen to it. So why do I say the same things over and over? Why do you see the videos that kind of repeat themselves? Because repetition is the mother of skill. And when you create habits or you create routines that feed your mind, by the way, which is step number 1, you better yourself. It leads to a betterment of your life. It leads to a better life. So key number 1 is to feed your mind. How do you feed your mind? Well, read something, a simple way. This is not the only way, but a simple way is to read something for 30 minutes a day. Okay, I believe that comes from Jim Rohn, but I get it from Tony. So if you read something for 30 minutes every day, what does that mean? It doesn't mean read your phone. No, it doesn't read whatever's put in front of you. What you should do to feed your mind is find things that elevate you, find things that lift you up, and pursue the knowledge that way. Find something you're interested in, philosophically, strategically, anything that lifts you up in life, that's going to put you in a better position, a better frame of mind, a better mood, whatever it is that you're looking for, that growth, that achievement, that accomplishment. Do that 30 minutes a day. And you need to discipline yourself to do that. It's not like I go to bed and I have books next to I got 4 books next to my bed. And how often do I pick them up and read them? I tell you what, and this is just me being me and telling you how my things are going. I haven't picked up a book to read it in a long time. I get to bed and I'm just done with the day. We're going to talk about that in a minute too. You saw me put on here momentum. So number 1 is feed your mind. Remember, and you've heard me say this a few times, who you surround yourself with is who you become. What you think, what you say, what you see, what you hear, what you eat, your surroundings become you. You become your surroundings. What you feed yourself, you become. And if you're feeding your mind with good things, with happy people, with progressive, not progressive, that's a term that people throw around the wrong way these days. So people that are moving forward in life, people that are where you want to be. If you surround yourself with uplifting people and ideas and things and words, you're going to lift yourself up. So number 1, feed your mind. Number 2, feed your body. You cannot separate your mind and body and think you're going to be happy, okay, or complete or fulfilled. You need to take care of both. It's a strange thing. I say it and I say it, I say it, I say it, I say it, and I'll say it again. Your diet matters. Just recently, in my surroundings here, in my group of people that I love, I've had three, let's see, who was it yesterday? 1, 2, 3, 4 people, just yesterday, and this was on top of the rest of the week, come in and talk to me about how they were feeling tired and they weren't thinking clearly and they didn't have any more strength. And my black belt candidates, it's a grueling process to test for black. It's a couple month process. It doesn't just, you don't buy your belt. Anyway, no strength. Kicks were weaker than normal. Motivation and depression and all these things. And I'm perplexed. And it's like one and then another and another. I'm like, it's got to be something I'm doing. And I stopped and I remembered the first key here. You got to take care of yourself, right? So my question to him was with this: what are you eating? And you would be shocked at what the answers were. As much as I throw at them the information my daughter and my son-in-law have given me, and I don't share all the information because it's a proprietary secret, but I give them the basics, and they know, and I know too, what to eat and what I shouldn't eat, and same with them. But their diet sucked. It's terrible. Some of them got addicted to losing weight, the number. And that became detrimental. Why? The number on the scale was more important to them than the way they felt. And when that happens and you start starving yourself, you get brain fog and you become depressed and you could lose energy and your muscle starts burning muscle or your body starts burning muscle, and instead of fat, you start storing fat. You're losing numbers and you might be thinning out for a minute, but that's not the right way. And all four of them. And the others too during the week, man, there's a lot of them, just let their diet go, stopped caring. So feed your body. And I'm not just talking about food, I'm talking about exercise. Please get up and move. I hear a lot of people say, I walk. I'm walking. Well, walking can be an exercise. It can if you do it as an exercise. But if you get up and just start walking, you're just moving. Movement is good. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you sitting on the couch because I told you not to walk or I told you walking with an exercise. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it can be an exercise, but just to go for a walk might clear your head, might put you in a better mood, a better state of mind. But really, if you're going to exercise, you need to push yourself and focus, get that mind, muscle, body connection moving and walk with a purpose. So exercise, feed your mind, feed your body. Number 3, get a role model. When pertaining to momentum, and I want to come back to momentum, and momentum is the most important lesson or message today I want to give you. But when you feed your mind and you create that discipline, and same thing with your body, feed your mind, your body, and you have a routine, it will carry you through the moments when you feel like you don't want to do something. If you have a role model, use them to motivate you, whatever motivate you. And like I told you before, I've got, pictures and videos of Dwayne Johnson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tony Robbins, my mentors at a distance. I don't have anybody in my immediate area that I look to as a mentor. I have many students who lift me up and I learn from, but that's not the same thing. My mentors are the powerful ideas that I have of my future and where I'm going. Find a mentor. They can be close. They can be family members. They can be friends. They can be people in your community. They can be people. They can be imaginary people. If you if you watch a movie and there's a character in the movie that has certain personality traits or certain physical traits that you want, and you research the way they got them or the process the actor took to find them or how other people achieve them, you'll find them in other people. You can use that as a mentor. Find a mentor. That's number 3. Number 4, massive action. Have a plan. When you start moving forward, now remember, these are the 5 keys to living your best life. Have a plan for your life. Have a plan for the things that you're doing. Set a schedule, not a to-do list. We've talked about this. Make a schedule And it doesn't have to be overwhelming. And we're going to talk about that in a second too, but just make a simple schedule and a plan for your life. Where are you going to be in 5 years? I remember back in high school, they used to have people write their own obituaries. And it was a simple process for some people to say, you're here, like so-and-so, and blah, blah, blah. But some people took it to heart and said, you know what do I want to achieve before I die? What do I want people to look at my life and say or feel or know? Okay. What about you? Have you ever done that? You don't have to write an obituary and say, oh, woe is me, I'm going to die. Everybody dies. That's what happens, but that's not why we live. So what do you want your life to stand for? And you don't have to look at your past and go, well, I made some mistakes. People are going to remember me for that. No. You don't live there anymore. That's your past. Okay. Start now and decide what meaning you want to give to your life and move. And when you start moving, this is where momentum comes in. Don't stop. You might want to, but it's just like anything with momentum. Anything in motion tends to stay in motion. If you stop it, you have to restart. That's just the truth. Can you restart and build on what you did? Yeah, but you still have to restart. So momentum, get that momentum and start moving forward. Why is momentum so important? Well, let's do this. Let me give you number 5 first, then I'll talk about momentum. So we got number 1, feed your mind. Number 2, feed your body. Number 3, get a role model for anything you want, everything you want. Number 4, have a massive action plan. Make some plans that actually you put into action. Don't just talk about them. Make a massive action plan and take action. What is a massive action plan? A massive action plan is more than one way to achieve your goal. You have an outcome, you have a goal, and you might think this is the only way to get there because this is how my mentor did it, or this is how my role model did it. Well, sure, you plant the same seeds, you'll reap the same rewards, right? Similarly. But if you set in motion 3 or 4 ways to obtain part of your goal, and one of them doesn't work out, you still got 2 or 3 left. And you're still moving. Your momentum is moving forward. If you say you want to lose weight, that's not enough. You know how to set a goal. I'm going to lose 15 pounds by such and such date. This is how I'm going to do it. Well, if you say I'm going to run 6 miles a day and you hate running and you start your first day and you get out there a mile and you go, this ain't going to work. That one action that was going to get you to your goal is now gone and your momentum has stopped. If you got 4 or 5 ways that you can lose that weight, guess what's going to happen? Got it? Massive action. Lots of action to plan. Got to have a goal first. Number 5. Give more than you expect to receive. I can't explain it. I can. Just understand this. When you give of yourself, and you don't have to be rich to do this. Don't give beyond the point. How can I say this? The Masons believe that, you give of yourself, but never to the point that it depletes you. You don't give of yourself so much that there's nothing left of you. Make sure that's key. That's important. But definitely give. Help somebody else. During this weird time, people may not even want it or know they need help, and some of them definitely will not accept it. But that doesn't mean you can't do little things to make things better for others. I see people on the side of the road, and this is not, hey, how great am I? I give when I don't have. I get maybe $20 in my wallet, and somebody just have a hard time, and they're in the corner trying to get money for their family or whatever, and it's theirs. If I feel that it's not a scam and they really need it, I'm good. I'm good with that, and I don't expect anything in return. I don't. So give more than you expect to receive, and your life will change. So those are the 5 things, the 5 keys to living your best, what did he call it? Your best life. 5 keys to living your best life. Momentum. We talked about this. When you start this action, when you take these 5 things to heart and you start moving forward and you have your plan and you're moving and you create momentum, what is the magic in that? Well, we talked about that an object in motion tends to stay in motion. I'll use personal experience. I do this because I don't like throwing other people under the bus and I like the confidentiality of my clients. But so I use me, and I hope that's okay. In my life, things are not perfect. I know, believe it or not, there's some things that kind of get a little hiccupy every once in a while. Does that mean I get derailed? No. There are times when I will focus on what's going wrong. I think it's a natural tendency, and I don't know if it's natural for everybody, but my momentum, when I'm moving forward and I'm accomplishing things and I'm achieving things, that even if they're little things, every day, a small achievement, a small betterment, things magically happen in my life and to the people around me. It becomes incredible. It's an incredible thing to watch. Then something derails, and I take my focus off of this and I go, how did that happen? Why did that happen? What are they doing this for? Why are those people treating others like they're treating me this way? What, and your expectations of how other people should be, and then now you're disappointed. And this is me. This happens recently. And all I have to do is I take that 90 seconds, I refresh my mind, I start counting back down, and I stop the need to vengeance or get vengeance. And I remember I'm moving forward. They can stay right where they're at. This has nothing to do with where I'm going to be. This small little hiccup is just one lesson that I learned again, and gone over it. They can hang out right there. That's where they're going to be. That's what's going to happen. I'm moving forward. That's the magic of momentum. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep achieving things. And if you haven't achieved anything today, get up. Get on it. All right, you guys. I love you. Complacency diet. These are keys that I talked about today. Momentum. With momentum, like a rocket ship, we don't have to, it takes a lot of energy to get that rocket ship to leave the atmosphere. And once it gets up there, it starts moving around. You can look at your momentum that way if you want to and start at 1,000 miles an hour. But if you burn yourself out before you reach that outward, that accomplishment where you can coast, and nobody wants to coast, you got nothing left. So my suggestion is little steps. You can take big steps when necessary and when the opportunity's there. Don't get me wrong. But if you start moving and taking little steps and then faster and then bigger, that momentum will build automatically. I love you. I'm sorry I took up so much of your time. I love to talk to you. I will come back. I want to talk about Independence Day. I want your opinions on that. I will post this. I probably don't expect half of you to watch 17 minutes of it. But if you do and you made it to the end here, congratulations. Now, let's get moving. Until next time, on your mark, get set, grow. I caught it.